Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Of course, my name is Blitzwinger, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another free roam gameplay showcase for LEGO Batman. I almost said LEGO Marvel. I've been reading a lot about LEGO Marvel, and there's a little bit of rumors going on, guys. At the time of this recording, we don't know that LEGO Marvel 2 is coming out. I think it's a pretty safe bet, but lately there's been a lot of signs pointing to it, so I'm getting kind of excited. I'm getting very excited, in fact, to see if we end up getting that game. So with that being said, of course, today we're actually going to be taking a look at another one of the characters from the Arrow DLC pack, and that is, of course, the one, the only Malcolm Merlyn. Of course, a very important character in the TV show, still remains a very important character in the TV show all the way through Season 3. Of course, a big baddie in Season 1, was somewhat not as important in Season 2, but has certainly become, once again, a pretty important character. So, with that in mind, of course, here's the figure itself, and definitely looks pretty cool. He's not wearing his hood, like he did oftentimes, so that's a bit of a different factor there, but I actually like it. I think that this is a cool-looking design. It's very neat. It's definitely a lot more grounded than the other designs that we've seen, of course, the comic booky designs especially, but the other thing that I find a little bit funny about him, am I the only one that feels like his that his neck is way too long? Like, look at that. He looks like it's stretched out. He's like Mr. Fantastic or something. I guess it's because of that little like quiver piece that goes over. You could see like the little black bend there, and I guess that's kind of what's causing that, but it just looks really funny to me. But yeah, maybe that's just me. It could certainly be just me. So that being said, of course, let's get to the gameplay side of things. As you can see, of course, he's got a smackdown attack, and it's actually pretty neat because, as you can see, it creates a blue effect around, which is pretty neat indeed. You might notice that, of course, there is a little prompt button right there to activate our grappling ability, because that is indeed one of his abilities, so we can go ahead and utilize that as we see fit, which is pretty fantastic indeed. Now, additionally to that, as if all that wasn't enough, he is also able to do a double jump, aka all the acrobatic abilities that are involved with double jump, which is pretty cool. He is, of course, able to, or he is a master, not able to master. I was going to say able to master, no, but he is indeed a master of the bow and arrow, as many characters on the show seem to be. But you will, of course, notice that just like, who was it? I think it was Black Canary, I'm pretty sure. The pointer that he got is pretty generic, just 3 blue arrows and 3 blue lines. I kind of wish that it was a little bit neater. Something cool, maybe like a Malcolm Merlyn, like the company logo or something like that. You know, just something that would allow us to kind of make that stand out a bit more. Because again, that's the kind of little things that can differentiate the different characters from the bunch. So, with that in mind, what else is he able to do? Well, he is actually obviously a pretty smart fella. If you've watched the show, you know that he is quite the shrewd businessman, and also just in general a very smart individual. Well, thanks to that, he's actually able to interact with technology panels, which is pretty awesome indeed. And as if all that wasn't enough, he is also able to use TNT arrows to blow up silver Lego bits, which is also pretty handy indeed. So if you're kind of thinking to yourself, wait a minute, this guy sounds just about as useful, if not even more useful than Arrow himself, you would be 100% correct, because I think that Arrow has the sensing ability, if you remember, but other than that, Arrow, I don't remember that Arrow has the ability to interact with tech panels. So that's pretty cool that Mr. Malcolm Merlyn has that extra kind of like different ability over Arrow, which is pretty neat indeed. And again, he's a very useful character because he can do a ton of stuff, and he's got a ton of abilities to back himself up. Now, of course, except for the smackdown attack and the bow and arrow, you can also use close combat attacks just like so. So, well, I'm not breaking it for some reason. There we go. Come on, there we are. Alright, so as you can see, he's got a pretty cool fighting style to destroy stuff as well. So, with that being said, there you guys have it, of course. That is the one, the only Malcolm Merlyn himself from the Arrow DLC pack. That leaves us with just a few more characters to go, of course, including Mr. John Diggle, who's awesome. We've got the Island Goon. We've done Huntress already, and of course Felicity Smoke. So those are the 3 last characters, sorry. It's Felicity, Diggle, and the Island Goon. Now, as I said, of course, I'll make videos for Diggle and Felicity, but I'm not sure about the Island Goon. I might just make that a part of, like, kind of like, you know, all the bad guys, goons together. Like, we'll put the Joker henchmen together, and so on and so forth. So, thanks all for watching, guys. Have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will indeed catch you guys next time. Peace out, see you laters, alligators. Bye-bye!